Hello, 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 hello. It is, I guess it's Easter. Holy shit. Um, I never really think about Easter being a holiday because even though I was raised Christian, my family didn't really celebrate Easter. My mom always made my birthday to be like Easter because it's late March and Easter can be so flexible. But did you know it has to do with the moon when we celebrate Easter? Look it up. Um, So she would always we would have Easter egg hunts on my birthday, peeps on my birthday cakes. I did not know the difference between Easter and my birthday for a long time, but that's okay. Because another weird fun fact about my early childhood. Hello, I'm dropping fun facts about my early childhood before I get into the message of the day, which I know everybody loves my fun facts. But so I was just saying, just to bring you up to date, my mom used to confuse Easter with my birthday. Like, we would have Easter-themed birthday parties often with Easter egg hunts and peeps, little marshmallow bunny peeps on my birthday cakes and weird shit. Like, and in those Easter egg hunts, she would put gummy bears into the little plastic eggs. And you remember it being warm enough that sometimes by the time or we wouldn't be able to find all the eggs, and by the time that we did find the eggs, the gummy bears were melted together into this like stained glass, like gummy stained glass. It's funny. But just I don't know why she did that. But and I was just about to drop a second fun fact about my childhood that I never got back around to. I got like this weird zit under my chin, so I'm trying not to tilt my head up. Um, so my mom used to call me Patsy, like on my toys. It would be written in permanent marker on my toys, and I didn't get called Katie until I went into preschool when I was 4 years old. So my name even was really soft. I have two middle names, but it's a weird like my first middle name is Patricia. So she was calling me Patsy on my toys. I don't know why. So that was a weird part of my childhood. And so it's no wonder why another fun fact, my first words were not mama or daddy. I watched a lot of Muppets, evidently, so I decided that Fozzie Bear was my jam, and my first words were Waka Waka, because I thought being funny was essential, I guess. But it's stupid. I don't know what my little child brain was thinking, but I'm not a normal person. Anyways. So that's totally not what I came on here to talk about. Obviously, I'm wanting to talk about romance versus rushing. Okay, so as an Aries, it's not natural for me to not want to rush. It's more natural for me to jump the gun and try to be ahead of things. Something everybody knows me, I'm notorious for, is that I'm either way too early or I'm way too late. I'm like and half an hour early or half an hour too late. And if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to be way too early, for whatever. Otherwise, it's like, I'd rather, for example, sit in the car and vibe and get my thoughts together, which is wound up being my recording time a lot of times. That's why I record in the car, all parked and stuff, because that used to be my rumination time where I would just vibe alone, but I let you guys in on that little ritual instead, so I wind up showing up early places and sit in the car. So, Aries aren't very good at rushing. The concept of slow love making is wild for us. That's something that has to be learned. Thank God my Mars is in Taurus. Otherwise, I don't think I'd have a concept of that nearly as much as I could. Maybe if I had a water... Well, here's the thing. My Mars in Taurus is in the 12th house. So it is basically a water Mars. So that makes it extra slow and extra sensual. But, you know, if I didn't have the placements that I have, as the Aries that I am, with all that Gemini, rushing is more natural. Patience is a virtue that I've had to develop. Wish my hair was thicker. I tried to blow dry it straight today, thinking, I looked at the weather, and it said it was going to be like sunshiny, 68 degrees. And we're still cloudy with rain. My lighting in here is crap, so I'm dealing with it as it is. I don't have a lamp. Maybe I should get a lamp. But anyway, I'm digressing. So, when it comes to health and wellness and fitness, there's a romance to taking care of yourself and showing up for yourself every day. Same with spiritual rituals. Any way you choose to show up for yourself. It's the repetition. It's the slow progress. It's loving yourself through it. All of these things are romantic to me in a way, because they're slow, sensual processes. I don't know if everybody romanticizes their life in the way that I do. It might be my placements. But I think Aries is very prone to falling in love with things and just idealizing it in its own way, especially when with the Capricorn Neptune generation, because that's a square to our sun, or it's actually a square to all of our Aries. So we can tend to idealize anything that has a heavy Neptunian influence. So I have that along with my 12th house. So I find even having a big sad day, a big depression day, romantic in its own way. That's just me. I like to savor being alive in that way. It's extremely bad and extremely good and extremely real. So, here's the thing though. When it comes to all of that, you have to learn how to keep your mental balanced. High highs, low lows in here do good for nobody. So there's this essence of the sensuality of it is sitting back and observing, feeling the feelings, high or low, and being observant, mindful of your reactions. Good things take time to develop. Patience takes time to develop. Mindfulness, does not get developed overnight. We are force-fed, changing screen colors. Music videos are flashy. Reality TV is a thing, and we're invested in other people's lives, not so much our own when we should be. We get distracted really fucking easy. And, my content is part of the disruption pattern here. I don't like to make short content if I don't feel like it's not authentic. Sometimes my videos are short because it's authentic that day. So, when it comes to the romance aspect with these eclipses, here's the thing. Mars is going to be conjunct Saturn during this April 8th eclipse, which I forgot to mention yesterday. There's going to be frustration, tension in that. People are saying, don't get in fights, whatever. I think it's really important to illustrate that this is kind of kinky weather, and at least in space, Maybe as above, so below. I don't know. It's not my life. But in the way that it's sort of like a BDSM session with Saturn and Mars, along with this Aries energy. It's being tied down and submitting to God in a sensual way, because we still have Jupiter in Taurus. We still have Uranus in Taurus too. These things are going to be changing soon. We're going to get a lot that all the, it's going to be moving into, I don't know the dates, but horrible astrologer. Things will develop over time this year, and energies will change with Jupiter, but I'm not sure when. I feel like Uranus is changing too, but I'm not sure when. So I don't want to sit here and look it up. But those will be going into Aries shortly enough. Gemini shortly enough. And we still have Chiron in Aries, North Node in Aries. So again, I'm sitting here thinking like this is an aspect of will, okay? So your will is being tied down and there's a tension here. But there's a potential sensuality with Pisces energy, with Neptune, and the fact that you can get lost inside of it. And with Aries, you can romanticize things instead of get frustrated. So what I'm sitting here trying to tell you and trying to channel is, I think with an F. I feel, I know that physical activity, working out during this time is going to be extremely good for you as long as you're careful around the dumbbells. Don't smash yourself, don't lift too heavy. Don't get into ego lifting. But it might be good to start doing a deload where you do higher volume reps and make sure you're working on your form even. But because it's about the slow sensuality of it. It's about the mind-body connection. It's about the submission to the process greater than you during this time. Faith, playing with it, courage to step out and do it anyway, regardless of the fluctuations of life. So what else did I have in my notes? I wanted to make sure. Okay. So marking it down. Something else I wanted to say is when you want something to last, okay? And with Aries, when your impatience runs, when you're rushing instead of being romantic with it, you have more of a potential to squander this thing. It will burn up instead of you want that smolder, that slow burn. You don't want it to explode in your face, which can be a potential during this eclipse thing. So really, don't go looking for fights. It's okay to end fights. What I want you to be doing is try to romanticize the process, whether it's good or bad. It's delicious both ways. So that's my point. I'm going to pull a little card. I'll say my card prayer real quick, just because we're sitting here. Angels of truth, love, light, and benevolent darkness. I ask that you remove my ego and help me deliver the messages that I need to deliver as clearly and concisely as possible. I'm going to be pulling a card for Instagram. And I ask that anybody who watches this at any given point aligns with their higher purpose and invites their team from the other side that they work with, knowingly or unknowingly, their ancestors that only want their highest good, energies that only want our highest good are invited. Anything else that wants subterfuge or to cripple us or confuse us are not invited. A card though, not a bunch of cards. So this will match hopefully, or And well, we'll see if I need a clarifier. But give us a message for today that we might need to know. I'm using my Rider-Waite deck. I've had this deck since 2005. It's been through everything with me. It's like a friend. So let's see what the friends want to tell us. Yeah. There's an infinite peace here in things being up in the air, and you know, seeking balance is part of the game. Having balance is boring. Part of the test is, you know, that Libra South Node thing where, you know, it's the tail of the dragon when we're talking about the North Node, South Node. So I kind of get why this card came out. Sea legs, you know, some people have them, some people don't. Some people get a little nauseous when they can't predict what's going on. But I feel like it's really about how you see things. It's either playful or it's disruptive to have the unknown. So, you know, you are the only certainty. Your discernment, your decision, your choice to be loosey-goosey. Again, this is not a rushing card. This is a card of dealing with what we have at hand, which might not make much sense in the moment. You know? Bottom of the deck. Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. So, if things are looking like you want to rush, you feel a lot of pressure to hurry up, that's not going to be the best mode of investment for you. So romance, play into the earth. You know, these senses, the sight, smell, taste. Hell, use all your senses, even the ones that we can't really name, but we feel on the outside. Just go into the sensory input. Go slow. Submit to the process. Be sensual with it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be getting these earth cards. Stay healthy, stay invested in your highest good. These things are not going to be done overnight, but the slow, steady progress, the loving yourself through it, the patience will all pay off. So, all right, that's my message of the day. All right, so my mission today is I'm going to help, one of my friends just moved, so I'm going to help them unpack today. So, I love you guys. Take care. I was going to say happy Easter, but maybe you don't celebrate. I mean, it's not a big deal to me, really. I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm out.